Joe Fowler back with the boys basketball here on Dewar Dragon TV and Squirrel. And we're just ready for the starting lineups between tonight's contest between the Weber Falls Warriors and the Dewar Dragons. Dragons come in with a 7-4 mark, and Weber Falls comes in with a record of 4-7. So we'll have the starting lineups here. I'll be doing them here live as we go. This time we'll have the introductions of the starting lineups for tonight's contest. Our visitors tonight, the Weber Falls Warriors. Let's meet the Warriors. For the Warriors tonight, a senior, number 3, Maddox Shelby. A senior, number 11, Denver Morgan. A junior, number 13, Luke Pierce. A senior, number 22, Braden Robinson. And a senior, number 24, Striker Chappell. Those are the Weber Falls Warriors, coached by Jimmy Glover and Cade Weatherton. The Dewar Dragons, coached by Brett Thomas. Starting for the Dragons tonight, number 1, Tanner Wilson. Number 15, Skelly Taylor. Number 20, Jonathan Wilson. Number 21, Stoney Yeager. And number 23, Seth Hudson. The assistants for Dewar, Jake Stapp, Matt Ross, and Stephen Castleberry. We're ready to go. The officials for tonight's contest, Tyler Miller and Greg Adams. We're ready for the tip. Wait for this. And the Warriors control the tip. They'll be on the offense first. Get these things out of my way so I can see what we can do. Driving to the rack there, wanting some positioning there. Number 24 for the Weber Falls Warriors is Chappell. He turns the basketball over. Dragons will be on the attack now. Dragons playing without Jaron Bryson, the man, the myth, the mullet, has rolled an ankle. Nothing broken, possible stretched ligaments, but he's on the DL, so we're going to go with what we got tonight. Wilson. Tanner's going to drive, and he was fouled. Going to call the foul there. Foul's called on the Warriors, number 13. That is Luke Pierce. His first personal. First team foul. Down low we have Yeager and Hudson. Hudson comes high, looks down. Stoney in the short corner. Pass to Yeager. Rebounded by number 3, Maddox Selby. Selby's pass too high to handle there by Robinson, goes out of bounds. That's their quarterback, Maddox Shelby, and he has grown up. Boy, he used to be a little thing, and now he is muscled up and grown. Stolen there on the pass, attempted to go to Skelly Taylor by number 24, which is Striker Chappell for 2. 2-0 lead for the Warriors. Skelly's pass ahead to Hudson. Hudson back across. Tanner on the attack. Sweet baby jumper. It goes. 2 for Tanner, 2 for the Dragons. 2-2, all tied here. 6:32 to go here in the first period. See a little pressure amp by the Dragons. They're going to call the block on Hudson, his first personal. Seth Hudson, that'll be Seth's first personal here in the first quarter. First personal, first team. Get to 5 1/4, you shoot bonus. 2-shot the rest of the way. Luke Pierce, hand to the basketball. Maddox has it. Selby going to drive off of Wilson. Wilson brothers have him trapped under the deal. There's a scramble for it. Jump ball called. And the Dragons will have possession of that as Shelby dribbled right into the Wilson brothers, double teamed him, and they tied him up. Hudson down the high post. Yeager in the short corner works his way across. Wilson on the attack to his brother Jonathan. Jonathan goes outside to Skelly. Yeager looks at it. Back to Wilson. Pass too high. Goes out of bounds. Dragons turn it over, making a pass from one corner out front. Coach Thomas shaking his head. Those are youthful mistakes. Clean them up here early as we continue to play in this ball game. Robinson comes up high from his post position. Working them in through, run a little shuffle. Taken away by Wilson. Quick hands of Wilson, steals it away there from Thompson. From Morgan. Hudson's pass intended for Skelly Taylor, knocked out of bounds there by Robinson. Dragons 2, Warriors 2 here in the first. We've played nearly 3. Skelly looks at it, drives, dishes over to Yeag. Yeag lets it fly for 3, no good. Rebounded there by Chappell. Stolen away by Wilson. Pass inside to Hud. Hud up off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Robinson. Robinson looks ahead, chins it up, gets it out to Chappell. Chappell comes the other way. Shot on the way by number 11. Three-pointer by Morgan, no good. Rebounded by Skelly Taylor. Ahead to Wilson. Wilson dribbles it out. Waits on his posse to get down here. Gives to Skelly Taylor. Quickly to Yeag. Yeag gives it to Wilson. Wilson shoots it. Rebounded by Thompson. By Thompson. Robinson, and the ball on the jump ball ties him up. Robinson tied up. Possession arrow in favor of the Warriors. Pass ahead to Robinson. Robinson to Shelby. Shelby dishes off to number 11, which was Morgan. He's fouled. Ty Miller with the call. Foul's going to be on number 23. That's Hud. That's Hud's second. Going to bring in Remy Martin. Remy Martin checks in. And Denver Morgan goes to the line to shoot his first free throws of the afternoon. First one's up, and it's in. Swisher sweep. 3-2 lead for Weber. Weber leads Dewar 3-2. 4:23 to go here in the first. Denver's next shot up. No good. Rebounded by Jonathan Wilson. Skelly Taylor with it. Give back to Skelly, out to Martin. Martin lets it fly for 3, no good. Rebounded by Robinson. Shot no good. Rebounded, taken the other way by Wilson. Over to Skelly Taylor. Tanner looks at it. See a little 2-3 defense here being applied by the Warriors. Gonna have to gap that thing. Remy's gonna try the bounce pass inside, taken by Robinson, given back to number 24, Chappell. Chappell goes up for the shot. He's gonna shoot 2. That'll be striker Chappell for 2 free throws. He was fouled there by number 1, which is Tanner Wilson, his first personal third team foul against the Dragons. Striker's first free throw up and good. Four to two, Weber coming in. Brutus Robinson checks in to the lineup for the Warriors. And a second free throw down by Striker Chapel. Dragons try to get it across, taken by Chapel. Give it to Brutus. Brutus Robinson with the basketball. Gives to his brother. Misses it. And tipped out of bounds by the Dragons. Man, Brutus made a fine pass inside to Braden, and Braden just missed it, and then the Dragons tried to get it, knocked it in the bleachers out of bounds. But they'll have it under their basket. Stack formation under the basket, the right side. Shelby's going to throw it in. Maddox throws it, gets it to Chapel. Chapel back out. Turnover. Johnny goes up for the layup. Rebounded by Remy. Remy kicks it out. Remy's going to let it fly for three. Remy Martin's shot no good. Knocked away, taken by Chapel. Striker Chapel on the attack. Goes up, missed. Rebounded by Remy Martin. Skelly Taylor goes up. Shot rebounded there on the miss by Maddox Shelby. Over to Striker. Striker shoots it, no good. Rebounded by Robinson. He's fouled by Yeg. Braden Robinson will go to the line. It will not go to the line. It was on the, they called it after the shot or before the shot. Pass goes to number one, which is Gunner Shelby. Gunner Shelby, Maddox Shelby, Braden and Brutus Robinson on the floor right now. Along with Maddox Shelby and big striker Chapel. Nearly stolen up front by Jonathan Wilson. Shelby's going to let it fly from the free throw line. Kisses it off the glass and in. Give him two for Maddox Shelby. 7-2 in favor of the Warriors here in the first quarter. Skelly Taylor shot no good. Saved by Yeg out to Wilson. Skelly's going to penetrate. Puts the sweet baby jumper up. Give it to him. Skelly Taylor with two. 7-4 Warriors. Number one, they're having a little visit here. Having a warning that after a shot, let it go. And then they call the foul on Tanner Wilson as he fouled immediately on the play. That's going to be his fifth team foul. He had basket interference after the basket and then fouled on the hand before they got the ball in place. This is going to extend second personal foul on Tanner Wilson. That's going to send Gunner Shelby to the line to shoot a pair. Gunner's first shot up and in. Eight 4 Warriors. 1:33 to go. Vent Goff checks in. Vinton Goff checks in. Number 10 for the Dragons. Gunner's second free throw up. No good. Rebounded by Skelly Taylor. Taylor out here at the youngsters. Stole away by Brutus. Brutus Robinson to the rack. They're going to call Brutus for walking. Eight 4. Back door to Vent Goff. Vent jumps up, shoots it with the left hand. No good. Rebounded by Chapel. Chapel's going to take it. Jumps up, shoots it. No good. Knocked away by Robinson over to Vent Goff. Taylor has it, being guarded there by Brutus Robinson. Pass intended. Taylor thought there was going to be a cutting Vent Goff, and there wasn't. Ball goes out of bounds. Shelby to inbound it for the Warriors. 54.7 to go here in the first. Weber Falls leads 8-4. Shelby ahead to Robinson. Robinson off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Yeager. 42 seconds to go. And here in the first quarter. Drags just can't find the rhythm here. Skelly lets it fly for three. Cha-ching! A Dragon money ball. Give him three. 5 on the night. 8-7. Pass ahead to Robinson. He missed it. Brutus couldn't quite get it to roll in. Rebounded by Yeager. And we go the other way with Wilson. Wilson kicks it out to Yeag. Yeag from the corner, no good. Chappell with the rebound. Takes it across the timeline himself. Tries to go ahead. Stolen by Vint Golf. Golf pivots out of pressure. Finds a Wilson. Wilson lets it fly. Off the glass, no good. We played one. The Dewar Dragons 7. The Warriors of Weber Falls 8. This is going to be a dandy in Dewar. Scoring goes this way. Tanner Wilson with 2 and Skelly Taylor with 5. For Weber Falls, Gunner Shelby with 1. Maddox Shelby with 2. Denver Morgan with 1. Skylar Chappell with 4. 8 points for the Warriors of Weber's Falls. 7 for the Dragons of Dewar. And those of you at home watching, Jaron Bryson is injured and on the injured reserve list as he's nursing a ankle injury. Nothing was broken according to the X-rays and the MRIs, and it looks as though he has stretched some ligaments. So we'll get him back as soon as he can rehabilitate and be back with us. Also, we see starters tonight. Seth Hudson with 2, and Tanner Wilson had 2, and they had to set Hud for a little bit. We're going with Nick Costanza along with Tanner and Jonathan Wilson. Vint Golf getting some playing action. Nick Costanza in. So we're ready to start here in the second quarter. Dragons had it. Skelly Taylor. Cha-ching! Another Dragon money ball. Give it to Skelly. He's hotter than a pepper sprout. 10-8. Shot put up there by Striker Chappell. No good. Rebounded comes the other way. Wilson on the attack. Makes the pass. Is tipped away by the Dragons. As is intended. Off their finger and out of bounds. And Maddox Shelby's going to inbound the ball for the Warriors with 7:33 to go. Gunner Shelby with the basketball. Crosses the passes ahead to Robinson. Robinson shields the ball, kicks it off the glass, no good. Rebounded there by number 24, Striker Chappell on the backside. They're going to call a foul on number 1, which is Tanner Wilson. And that's his 3rd personal foul, first team foul. That brings Seth Hudson with 2 fouls back in the ball game for him as he'll sit. Chappell has it. Out front to Little Shelby. Little Shelby Gunner with a sweet baby jumper on the run. He has 3 on the night. 10-10, we're tied at 10. Oh, he's applying pressure there. Number 13 is Luke Pierce. Costanza over to Vint Golf. Vint Golf lets it fly, no good. And Hudson had inside position. They're going to call Braden Robinson over the back. That's Braden's first. Put the basketball across. Dragons have it. Tied at 10. Hud comes up high, looks for Taylor. Taylor lets another one fly from 3-punter. Tipped by Vint Golf to Hud. Hud goes back up, no good. Rebounded by Robinson. Chappell with it. Chappell off the elbow, lets it fly. No good. Rebounded by Martin. Dragons have it. Skelly Taylor. Skelly's hacked. Number 13 grabbed him. I'm going to call that one on number 13, which is Luke Pierce. That's his second personal foul. They're going to call the travel. On the Dragons, because we on the inbound, and we'll give it right back to them tied at 10. Nothing ventured, nothing gained here. Dragons amping up the pressure. Ball's knocked out of bounds. Martin, Costanza, Hudson, Goff, and Taylor. You're 5 on the floor for the Dragons. Pass to Vint. Vint over to Mike. Remy's going to let it fly for 3. No good. Costanza keeps it. Passes quickly. He's fouled. They're going to call foul on number 1, which is little Gunner Shelby. His first personal foul, third team foul. 2 more. The Dragons will be in the bonus early as we're 6-minute mark here in the second quarter. Johnny Wilson. Vint Goff has it. Knocked away and out of bounds by number 24, which is Striker Chappell. Remy will inbound it across the way, right in front of the band. Dragons have it. Michael Taylor. Johnny working the perimeter. Skelly drives. Give it to him. 2 more points for Skelly Taylor. 9 on the night. Drive to the rack there by number 24, Striker Chappell. They're going to call the foul on Skelly Taylor. That's Skelly's first foul. Pass inside. Chappell shot. Felt like Yeager slapped him, didn't get the call. 12-10, Dragons lead the Warriors of Weber's Falls. Number 24 comes up with a body, applies it into Johnny Wilson. That's his first personal foul, 4th team foul against Weber Falls. Next one, the Dragons will be in a bonus the rest of the half. Yeager, the high post, over to Skelly. Skelly shot no good, rebounded by Robinson. Robinson gets it to his brother Brutus. Brutus ahead to Chappell. Chappell, oh, finger roll by Striker Chappell. He has 6 points on the afternoon. We're tied at 12 at the 5-minute mark. Yeaghead drives to the basket, being guarded by Robinson. It's up and in. Charge of foul there on Braden Robinson. That's 2 on him. And that's going to put it's going to put Yeag to the line for 2. Two in the afternoon, chance for a third, a three-point play the old-fashioned way. He earned that one. 5 team fouls against Weber, so every time the Dragons are fouled, they'll go to the line for 2. Missed. Save there, but knocked away by Vint Goff. Yeag's going to go back to work. Goes up. He'll go for 2. Starting to get a little chippy inside. And they're going to call the foul on number 3, which is Maddox Shelby, his first personal. Yeag's free throw. First one's up and in. 15-12 Dragons. Yeag gets another. Missed it. Rebounded by Goff. Goff gets it out to Wilson. We'll reset. Yeag at the top. He walks as he tried to pass it. Wilson's pass goes out of bounds. He was intended for a cutting Skelly Taylor that late developing moved his feet. Shuffled off to Buffalo. And it's 15-12 lead with 4:50 to go. Pierce with the basketball. Over to Chapel. Chapel back to Shelby. Over to Brutus Robinson for three. Up, off the rim. Oh, good. Rebounded by Yeager. Yeager kicks it out to Wilson. Dragons on the attack. Bent Golf down low. Ye gets it over to Remy Martin. They're going to call Skelly Taylor for the walk because he got a little eager there. Shuffled his feet before the shot. So that's a turnover against the Dragons, 15-12. I didn't necessarily see it that way either. But the eyes that count are the ones that are out there. Pass inside to the big man. Number 20 that just checked in was Klunkle. And he missed the shot. Dragons got the rebound and come on the attack this way. Both teams going deep to their benches today. Remy Martin's pass to Mike Taylor. Skelly Taylor for two more. Give it to him. 11 on the afternoon. 17-12. Pressure amped up. Brutus Robinson wants to drive the rack. Had it knocked away by Yeager and Wilson. Skelly Taylor's on the attack. Brutus says, I'll try to stop you. Body checks him. Goes by him. Skelly Taylor for two more. Give it to him. 13 on the night. Dragons up to their biggest lead of 7. Shelby. Maddox shot no good. Rebounded by Remy Martin. Man, the Dragons are playing some young kids. This is vital. Nick Costanza is going to come in. Check to the booth to check in. 250, back out. Vince says, I'll take it. Shot no good. Rebounded by Kunkel. Over to Shelby. Maddox Shelby with the basketball. Drives to the rack. Goes by. Puts up a shot. They're going to call the charge on Maddox Shelby. That will be his second personal foul. And it's not a shooting foul. Player control goes this way. The Dragons will have it. Coach Glover shouting out orders for the Warriors. Full court pressure, a 2-2-1. Got to keep it in the middle. Ahead to Hudson. Hudson breaks loose, uses the body, shields it. Maddox Shelby goes in for the block. They're going to call him for the foul. Foul on number 3. If that's Maddox Shelby, that's 3 personal fouls on him. That's 2 on him. Hud's free throw up and in. Seth Hudson puts the first free throw in. He's got 1 on the afternoon. Denver Morgan checks in for the Warriors. Followed by Luke Pierce. And Seth is 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. 21-12, up to 9. They've got the donut offense, nothing in the middle. 10 with a little move there. Give it to him. Eli Heflin. He has 2 on the afternoon. 21-14, back to a 7-point lead for the Dragons. 1:58 to go under the 2-minute mark. Skelly Taylor, nice pass. Back to Costanza. Costanza kicks it out to Colton. Colton Thompson lets it go. Rebounded by Hud. Hud puts it in. Give it to Seth Hudson. 2 more. 4 on the night for him. We're going to get a timeout from Coach Glover. They want to talk about it here. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. Let's take a look here. Tanner Wilson with 2 points. 13 for Skelly Taylor tonight. 3 for Stoney Yeager. 4 for Seth Hudson. And for the Warriors, striker Chapel with 6 points. One by Denver Morgan, two by Eli Heflin, two by Maddox Shelby, and three by Gunner Shelby, and that's the scoring there. 14 points for So 14 points for the Warriors as they have the basketball coming down. Brutus Robinson on the right wing. Pierce brings the ball over. Chapel has it. Brutus is going to be on attack. Looks inside Denver. Pierce dribbles behind his back, stops. Dragons playing some tough defense here. Going to let them drive. They're going to call the reach and the foul on number 11, which is Colton Thomason. Ball inbounded and nearly knocked away there. Scrangled for it. Off the hand last of Pierce and out of bounds. Dragons getting on the floor for every basketball. Good hustle for the Dragons and for the Warriors. Both teams playing hard. Skelly Taylor inside, backdoor cut to Thomason. Thomason off the glass, no good. Nick Costanza tried to rebound, knocked out of bounds there by number 24, striker Chapel. Dragons inbound it with Skelly Taylor under the goal left side. Dragons work the ball around the perimeter. The Wagons walk the ball around the perimeter. Lost there, knocked away. Comes the other way by Selby. Stolen there. Thrown away. Pass over the corner. Number 11 lets it fly for three. Rolls in, rolls out. Denver Morgan shot no good. Dragons have it here with under a minute to go. Get it to Skelly Taylor. Inside to Nick Costanza, knocked away by striker Chapel. Here comes Hudson. (23-14) Dragons. Dragons have it 23-14. Pressure being amped. Skelly Taylor at 14 goes in. Over to Hud. Hud's shot and is fouled on the shooting. He'll go to the line for two. Seth Hudson, 4 points on the night, has a chance to add to that and the Dragon lead, which is 9. Bent Goff getting ready to check in. Foul there is on number 10, which is Eli Heflin. Seth, Swisher Sweet, it's good. 5 on the afternoon for Seth. Seth has another. Count it. No good. They called a lane violation, so knocked that one off the shot. Dragons up 24-10, their biggest lead of the afternoon at 10. 8 seconds on the clock. Passes over to Selby. Gunner Selby standing out of bounds. When he tried to retain that one, steps out. Dragons have it with 4.4. Colton Thomason in. Ahead to foul. Called there on number. Foul's called on number 1, which is Gunner Selby. That will be his second personal. Dragons in the bonus. That will send number 20, Jonathan Wilson, to the line for 2. 3.8 on the clock. Jonathan's free throw up, no good. We'll say this: Seth Hudson hit his. Had one with their foot in the lane. It didn't go down, but free throw shooting's been better. Jonathan misses that. Rebounded there by Chapel. Chapel goes ahead. Shot doesn't get off as he's trying to forward that to Heflin. At the half, the Dragons lead this one by a score of 24-14. I'll give you the totals here in just a second. Gunnar Selby with 2 personal fouls. 3 points for Gunnar Selby, 2 for Maddox Selby, 2 personal fouls on Maddox Shelby, 1 personal foul on Eli Heflin. He has 2 points. 1 point by Denver Morgan. In the background, the Dewar Lady Dragons are performing. Number, and then 2 fouls on Luke Pierce, 1 on Elliott Kunkel, 1 on Brutus Robinson, 2 on Braden Robinson, 1 foul on Striker Chappell, and he has 6 points on the afternoon for them. I'll give you the Dewar's totals after the Dewar Lady Dragons cheerleaders perform. So the Lady Dragons are finished with their dance number. I'll give you the Dragon totals here. 3 personal fouls on Tanner Wilson. He has 2 points on the afternoon. Good playing minutes by Costanza, and Remy Martin, and Bent Goff coming in as they did some whole things together. Colton Thomason as well. Thomason comes in and does a good job. We have Skelly Taylor by far, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13 for Skelly on the afternoon. 13 and a half, and he has 1 personal foul. Johnny Wilson with no scoring, no fouls. Stoney Yeager with 3 points and no fouls. Seth Hudson stepped up big today from the free throw line. Has 5, and his rebounding and his presence has been remarkable inside today. And 2 fouls. That's it for Seth. 5 points, 2 fouls. And we haven't gone any farther than that in the deal. Dragons trying to play the best that they can play here and nursing the fact that having Jaron Bryson, what a force he is, and missing Jaron's presence, but the others are stepping up. This is going to pay dividends going down to those. We work towards the playoffs when the new season begins, get these kids some playing time. And also, Weber Falls post forward is out as well with an ankle injury. So 24-14, Dragons have a 10-point lead at the half. That's about the best that we could hope for. Better to be 10 ahead than 10 down. But they've been playing so well and growing up right before our eyes. And it's good to see Skelly give his leadership as he can. He and Seth have jumped up big tonight. Everything's been positive for them. Coach Thomas has a good game plan, along with Coach Castleberry, Coach Ross, and Coach Stapp as they continue to work with these kids. And we have a chance to go to 8-4 of the year along with the girls and head on into more action. So as we are here in the Armageddon, as it's the Snowmageddon may be upon us, I'm going to go to my Squirtle games and check scores if I can get it called up here. Class A today. Weber Falls trails Dewar 24-14. At Garber, it's Garber 77, Crescent 39 in the fourth quarter. Game starting here shortly will be Walika and Butner. And Carnegie and the Riverside Indians will play starting about 4 o'clock this afternoon. Those are our scores there. Let's go to girls' scores. These are girls' scores all across the way. Silo. The Silo Rebels up 7-0 over Seminole. This is boys' scores. And then Pittsburgh 21, Glencoe 7 at the half down in Pittsburgh. That's all the scores that we have. Go down, Muldrow is ahead of Poto. And it's just won that. It just went final. Boldro 45 and the Muldrow Bulldogs 45 and the Poto Pirates 30 in boys action. We'll click this over to girls basketball. That's all the scores we have. That's all the scores we have as we scroll through. 3 minutes till second half, and take a look at the girls scoring. We signed off the air, so some of y'all that might have listened to both games may want to know these, so I'll pass them on to you as well. For the Lady Dragons tonight, Lele Carter. Lele had 8 today. Bree Harvell with 11. Reagan Thomas with 4. Marty Yeager scored 3 tonight. Mariah Carter had 8. And Tajay Lewis, 17 points. 4 for Lainey Taylor and 2 for Callie Thomason. And for Weber Falls, the Colston girl, Tara Lynn, had 8 points on the night. Lena Colston with 4. Abby Pence with 3. Cheyenne Harrier with 4 points. Bridget Bayer scored 2. Lexington Chapel with 2. Shanks girl didn't score. She played. Audrey Spears with 3. Abby Patterson with 2. Bentley Ward didn't score but had 3 fouls. Played well on rebounding. And then Bailey Ward with 2, and that was all that they had. And the Lady Dragons, win that by a score of 48-23. So the Lady Dragons marched their record to 8-4, and the boys and the girls of Weber Falls fall to 5-8. And we're about a minute away, and we'll get this one going in the second half. Get my sheet all fixed up here. The Dragons will be on the top. Coach Thomas and Coach Stapp talking to the boys and see the starters coming out on the floor for the Dragons will be Johnny Wilson, along with Yeager, Stoney Yeager, Remy Martin, Seth Hudson, and Skelly Taylor. It'll be Gunner and Maddox Shelby, along with Braden Robinson, Stryker Chapel, and Luke Pierce. Those are your Warriors. The Warriors will have the basketball. Possession arrow showing their way to start the second half. Down 10, we're started. Pressure being applied. Little Shelby lets it fly from three-point country. No good. Rebounded by Yeager. Yeager finds Remy Martin, and we're going the other way. Johnny Wilson with the basketball. Johnny makes a one-hand pass taken away by Stryker Chapel, and Stryker Chapel stands on the out of bounds, and it goes the other way. And the fans from Weber Falls want to call it both ways. So if you're marking your bingo card at home, we have that one called. Call it both ways. Mark your bingo card. I have that right there. 24-14. Pass goes intended for Hudson, breaking for the basket, goes out of bounds. Just a half a bubble off on that one. Turnover for the Dragons. Go the other way for Weber Falls. Dragons applying the pressure. Shelby with the basketball. Pierce drives through. Chapel on the left wing. They're going to call double dribble on Maddox Shelby. Coach Glover didn't like that call. Well, know what he did. He double dribbled. Dragons have the basketball. Boy, these poltergeist passes. Back door to Hud. Hud breaks, no good. Good defense there by Shelby. Shelby being matched by Wilson. Shelby's going to go to the rack, uses his body, puts it up. Rebounded by Yeager. They're wanting a foul, didn't get it. They're going to call the jump ball down here with Pierce and Remy Martin. Possession arrow showing in favor of the Dragons, and Dragons will have it. 6:53 to go, leading by 10. Basketball in. Hud has it back door to Yeag. Yeag for two. Stoney Yeager. 5 on the afternoon. Dragons amping a little harassment on the top side. Little Shelby goes in, lays it up, off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Yeager. Out to Skelly Taylor. Taylor's going to walk the dog up the court and reset the offense here in the second half. 6:16 to go. Pass intended for Yeager, stolen by Shelby. Maddox goes all the way, coast to coast, off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Pierce. Pierce is fouled on the floor. They're going to call number 23, which is Seth Hudson. That will be Seth's third personal foul, and the first here of the third quarter team foul against the Dragons. That sends immediately Nick Costanza into the lineup for the Dragons. So Nick on the floor. We're ready to go. Over to Pierce. Pierce has it. Over to Maddox. Shelby airballed. Braden Robinson inside. That may have been a pass to him. It missed. Pass over to Remy Martin. He's going to drive the baseline. Throws to Costanza. Over to Taylor. Skelly. Taylor for three. No good. Rebounded by Chappell. Chappell picks it up, tries to dribble it, and loses it off his foot. Out of bounds. The Dragons will have it. 5:37 to go here in the third period. Up by 12. Dragons' biggest lead of the night. Now at 12. Maddox comes out to take the deal. Robinson standing there. Skelly Taylor drove the baseline. Give it to him. They're going to call the foul on number 22. That's the third foul on Robinson. Braden Robinson with his third personal foul. Skelly Taylor to the line to shoot. It is good. Two more for Skelly Taylor and a third one in the book, a three-pointer play, 29-14, 15, biggest lead. Maddox Shelby shot no good, rebounded by the Dragons. Skelly Taylor drives the baseline. Robinson with the block, knocks it the other way. Shelby ahead to Pierce. Pierce puts up the shot. He'll go to the line for two. He's fouled. Luke Pierce fouled. And the foul goes on Remy Martin, his first personal. Second team foul against the Dragons. Pierce's free throw no good. 4:52 remaining here in the quarter. Up and in. Swisher sweet. 14-point lead for the Dragons. Pass was intended for Wilson. Wilson hits him in the back, almost stolen. Yake says, I'll let it fly from three. No good. Costanza tried to rebound and tip it forward. Goes all the way to striker Chappell for two. And he'll go to the line for a three-point play. Foul's going to be on Skelly Taylor. Skelly Taylor called with a foul. That's Skelly's second personal foul. That's a third team foul for the Dragons here in the third period. First one up, no good. Rebounded by the Dragons. Taylor over to Costanza. On the rebound, Wilson has the basketball cross court to Remy Martin. Remy being harassed on top. And we have a walk there on Nick Costanza as he shuffles his feet. They're bringing Seth back in. Seth Hudson checks in. 4:20 to go here in the third period, and Seth's back in the lineup. Pierce, pass thrown intended for Brutus Robinson. Taken there by Hudson. Turnover again. That's kind of an unforced thing. Skelly Taylor's going to let it fly from three-point cut. Cha-ching! Give it to him. Another Dragon money ball. Michael Skelly Taylor with another three. (32-15). 32-17. 15-point lead. Biggest lead for the Dragons tonight. They're going to call the foul on number 23, which is Seth Hudson. That's going to be number 4 on him. He'll get some pine time over with Coach Ross with 3:45 to go. Brings Vint Goff back in. Get Vint some precious playing minutes. Vint with the steal. Going to use that left hand. And bless his heart, he walked before he could get the shot off. Good hustle there by Vint. Hustling. Remy Martin. Applying pressure. Little Brutus Robinson with the basketball. Vint Goff on him. Brute passes it back. Gets it across to Shelby. Maddox is going to take it to the rack. Kicks it out to Chappell. Chappell's shot no good. Rebounded by Yeager. Yeager over to Taylor. Skelly on the move. Over to Remy. Remy shot no good. Rebounded by Vint. Vint puts it up and in. Wasn't pretty, but we'll count it. 2 points there for Vint Goff. Vint with 2 in the afternoon. Dragons up 17, their biggest lead. Basket, ball under control. Johnny Wilson with a tackle. Number 20, Jonathan Wilson. I said he tackled him. It was just like he's going for the basketball, and down goes Frazier. That's the 5th team foul, though. That's going to put number 13, Luke Pierce, to the line. 1 of 2 in the afternoon. He gets 2 more. First one's up. Off the iron, no good. Luke Pierce rolls the basketball, gets the shot up, misses. Rebounded by Yeager. Yeager gets it outside. Just across the timeline. Now, I'm not so sure we didn't have backcourt with the point thing, and they didn't call it. Coach Glover not really liking that call. Dragons running some clock, up 17. Give it to Skelly. Skelly's going to drive. He was clipped from behind. They're going to call the walk instead of the foul. So things even up. They're going to call a technical foul. Technical foul on the bench at Dewar. Focus in. Coach Thomas didn't like the call. They're giving him the tee on the bench, and I don't know that Coach Thomas was that irate. So we have a team bench foul against the Dragons, technical foul. So that's going to send Striker Chappell to the line to shoot a pair. First one's up. The first technical foul is down. And the next one, Striker Chappell knocks down the technical fouls, cuts in the Dragon lead at 34-19. Skelly Taylor went in, and it looked like he was hit from behind, and he tried to do everything he could do to save himself from injury. And they called the walk. I would have figured they would have called the foul that caused it, and they didn't. But they got better view than I do. But then we had a call down here, and we get called for a technical. Dragons defense. Brutus Robinson lets it fly for three. No good. Rebounded there by Jonathan Wilson. 2:05 to go here in the third period. Pass to Yeager. Good shot there. Give it to him. Stoney Yeager with 2 more points on the afternoon. 7 on the afternoon. And crossed the timeline inbounding the basketball. 36-19. 17-point lead for the Dragons. Got 4 low. Inbound play under the basket. Left side. Remy Martin to control the inbound. Gets it out to Wilson. Wilson's going to drive. Maddox is looking at Skelly Taylor. Jonathan stripped there by striker Chappell. And then we have a personal foul called on Johnny Wilson. And it's going to be 2 shots here. Johnny Wilson. Little Johnny with his second personal foul. And it's the point smooth there in a bonus every time we foul from here on out. Puts Maddox Shelby to the line to shoot 2. First one's up. No good. Second free throw for Shelby. Maddox Shelby spins the basketball, gets the rotation, swisher sweep. That's 3 points on the night for Maddox. It's 36-20. This has been a dandy here in Dewar on a cold Saturday afternoon. Skelly drives, gives it to Vint. Remy with the basketball, uses that left hand. He makes a pass. They're calling charge. The charging foul on Remy Martin. Good thing about that, it's not a shooting foul. Hammered the little gunner Shelby to the floor, holding his funny bone. 36-20 with 1:19 to go. Little dribbling exhibition there by gunner Shelby, crosses the baseline. Nice little dish to the big Shelby, and he's fouled underneath, and he'll go to the line for 2. They're going to call the foul on number 21, Yeager. So, Gunner Shelby goes line with 3 points on the afternoon. Chance for his 4th. No good off the iron. (36-20). Dragons lead the Warriors. Maddox Shelby shot up and no good. Rebounded by Yeager. Yeager gets it ahead to Taylor. Taylor has it. Kicks over to Goff. Goff lets the 3 fly. No good. Rebounded there by Chappell. Chappell has it. Johnny from behind misses it. Off the free throw line. Jumps up. Knocks it down. Give it to striker Chappell. .12 points on the afternoon for Chappell. Being harassed with 36 seconds to go is Ben Goff. Chappell's all over him. He got riding time that time. That's the second personal foul on number 24, striker Chappell. Dragons still far away from that 2-shot bonus. 5 team fouls. Remy has the basketball. Looks inside to Yeager. Yeager turns around and puts up a shot. Robinson with the block. They call the foul there on Braden Robinson. That'll be his 4th personal foul. For him, Braden, 4 fouls in the afternoon, no points, but played his little heart out when he's been out there. Brutus in the ball game as well. Brutus played hard. And Yeager's first free throw up and down. Eighth point on the afternoon for Stoney Yeager. Need this one, Yeag. No good. Over the top goes Vint Goff. He's going to be called. Vint on the foul. So that's Vint Goff on the foul. And Coach Thomas talked to him. It's 18.8. How important is it? We're up 15. And now you're fouling, sending them down the length of the floor without any clock running. And nothing we can do. That's good young hustle on his part. He's going to learn from these mistakes. Coach Thomas works with him. And that's going to put a gunner. It's going to be Shelby Maddox to the line to shoot two. Free throw, swish or sweep. 4 points on the afternoon. Next one down. 3 of 6 on the afternoon for Shelby Maddox. 5 points for him today. And their Dragons have the basketball. Nuisance press, man-to-man being called. They're calling out man-to-man. Michael Taylor drives to the rack. They're going to call the foul on number 24, which is Chappell. That's his third personal foul. Johnny Wilson with 7 seconds. Skelly Taylor drives in with 3. Finger rolls it up, no good. Rebounded there by Kunkel. And as we come to a close here, the third quarter score, the Dragons on top. $13-point lead. We had a 1-point deficit coming out of the first quarter as Weber was ahead, 8-7, then 24-12. And as we go to the fourth quarter, Dragons lead this one by 13. 37-24 as we go into the fourth quarter. So it'll be interesting to see who they come out with, how long with fouls you go. Dragons have led by as much as 17, their biggest lead of the night. And it's now cut back to a 13-point lead as we go to the fourth quarter. The possession arrow will be in favor of Weber. Weber will have a chance to come down as we look at the lineup that he puts out on the board. Chappell, number 24. And you have the Shelbys, number 3 and number 1, Gunner and Maddox. Then you got the Robinsons, Brutus and Braden. That's the 5 for Weber. Selby comes up, number 1, Selby. Gunner with it. Pressure being applied. Looks as though number 20, Johnny Wilson. Johnny, bless his heart, fouled again. Third personal foul, first team foul for the Dragons. Short man tried to make a pass over Big Yeag. Yeag takes it away from him. Turnover. See, he was trying to pass that to a breaking Maddox. Shelby. Pass inside to Taylor. Taylor misses it, gets his own rebound, puts it back. He's fouled this time. Rebound on the backside by Stoney Yeager. They're going to call the foul on number 22. That's 5 fouls. That's 5 on Braden Robinson. No points, 5 fouls. And waiting the 30 seconds to get a man in. First shot down. So Braden Robinson fouls out. They didn't let the substitute come back in. At that point, they shot the free throw without him, and Coach Glover's not liking that a bit. But they went ahead and shot the free throw. Skelly knocked it down. Now there's debate as whether he should reshoot them or not. Coach Thomas and Coach Glover, they're going to reshoot the fouls. And I believe he's right. They should you should slow down, get your 5 guys that foul out, give him time off the floor, and then you administer the free throw. First one's up and in. He'll get another. 38-24. And the next one's up. And it's in. So the point was moved. He had to reshoot them, but he got them down. .21 on the afternoon for Skelly Taylor. We're going to call walking there on the break there by Brutus Robinson on his entry pass into Stryker Chapel, and we're going to say a timeout called by Brad Thomas. It's going to be the full enchilada. So the free throws going to be important down the stretch. And fouls, have got some guys with 3 and 4 fouls. That could be interesting as well. Dragons up by 15 as he calls the timeout. See if we can get a score update on the OU Kansas game. We have the score here now. Kansas 78, Oklahoma 66. Number 9 Kansas and number 3 Kansas and number 9 Oklahoma. And that's a final. 12-point loss on the road. Haven't won in Kansas since Billy Tubbs in that run that he had back when Wayman Tisdale and the boys were playing. It's been a long drought going to Kansas to play. So Dragons have it. Coming out of the timeout, Skelly Taylor lets it fly. 23 on the night for Skelly. 2 more. 41-24-17. Pierce with the basketball. Kicks over to Brutus. Brutus takes a look. Drives in, puts it up, no good. Grabbed by and ahead to Tanner Wilson. Tanner makes a pass. It's stolen there by Pierce. Go the other way. Had the right idea. A little slow developing. Maddox puts up the shot. Maddox Shelby for 2. And a timeout called by Glover. Coach Glover wants a 30-second timeout. 2 points there for Maddox Shelby. 7 on the afternoon for him. 30-second timeout. Cut it to 15. So the Dragons. Sooners fall on the road. Band playing. For a cold crowd as it's been, as cold as it is outside, something to do, thinking you might have cabin fever with a sunny day outside. They might come up. We have a nice crowd. And the fans at Weber Falls have turned out. And it's good to see some of my family and friends here from down there. The Nation family's my family. Pam and Jimmy in the house, and Carolyn is here today for the game. Steal by Brutus Robinson. Goes up and in. Pierce with the basket. Give it to him as they're amping up the pressure. Cut it to 13. Johnny Wilson drives all the way in. passes. He walks on the way as he passed to Yeag. Right idea, wrong way to do it. Referee calls him there. Greg Adams with the call. And they'll go there. Dragons now pulling back their pressure to a half court. Pierce with the basketball. Gunnar Selby with the basketball. Shot put up and good. A three-pointer is down. Skylar Chappell cuts it to 10. They're bringing up Seth Hudson. There's Skelly. Skelly working with the youngster. Tanner's going to try it again. Jump stops in the lane to his brother Johnny. We're going again. Man-to-man defense, see in there. Clear it out. He's going to go in. Dishes back to Yeag. Off the glass. Good. Good pass there. He gets the assist. 2 more points for Yeag. Great pass there by Tanner. Young Shelby goes in. Brutus looks at it. Brutus sets. Turned down the shot. Over to Pierce. Pierce looks at it. He drives against Jonathan. Passes the ball out to Gunner. Gunner puts it up, no good. Rebounded by there. We see a jump ball. Little Gunner got in there and got him a piece of the basketball. Ties up the Yeag. The possession arrow in favor of the Dragons with 4:56 to go. 12-point lead. Up by 12. Wilson drives the rack. Just that easy, just that quick. Tanner Wilson gets in the books with his 4th point of the night. Brutus Robinson with the basketball. Over to Pierce. Shelby runs through on the clear out. Pierce puts up the sweet baby jumper from the elbow. Rebounded by Hudson. Taylor ahead to Wilson. Johnny off the glass, give it to him. Johnny Wilson. 2 points this afternoon. Gets in the scoreboard. Up to 16. Chappell. Sweet baby jumper. It goes in. We're going to have a timeout called. Timeout called after the basket by Coach Glover. Bryson Cottrell. Charge a timeout there. $17 for Striker Chappell, their leading scorer. $23 for Skelly Taylor, the leading scorer for Dewar. Those two gentlemen can play a little bit. Well, these kids have fought hard today. Up by 16, chance to add to the lead here. 3:51. Tanner gives to Mike. Mike's going to drive the rack, puts it up. He's fouled. See who they call the foul on. Could have been one of the Shelbys. And I think they called it on number 3, Shelby, which is Maddox, his 4th. Taylor's first free throw up and in. 24 in the afternoon. Missed, rebounded there by Pierce for the Warriors going the other way. Gunner lets it fly. Gunner, Shelby for 3. Give it to him. 6 points on the afternoon for that young man. 51-33. They won't go away. Another timeout called, a full enchilada for the Warriors. The Dragons fought through the funk as they let the lead slip to 10 and then kind of extended it back. And then I'll be darned if we didn't go down and have a little run there. And they got it down, and the young man, ice water in his veins, puts it down 48-36. So it's back to 12. Just rocks back and forth. One timeout left for the Warriors. Brett pretty much has his timeouts and call them as he needs. 3:33 to go, fourth quarter. Dragons have the basketball. Full court pressure applied. Goes to Wilson. Knocked away by Pierce. Pierce goes and retrieves the basketball. Tanner Wilson has it stolen by Shelby. Two more. They cut it to 10. They won't go away. Ahead to Seth Hudson off the glass. Count it. Seth got that pass, got it down. Seven on 9 for Seth. They call the foul there on number 10, which is Eli Heflin. That's his second personal third team foul on the Warriors. Seth's free throw up, no good. Rebounded there by Pierce. Pierce over to Chappell. Foul's called on the floor. They're going to call the foul on Skelly Taylor. That's his third with 3:06 to go. As they inbound the basketball, trying to get them a shot. Inside. Got the match they want. Maddox Shelby, they will not go away. Cut it to 10. Chance to cut it to single digits. They won't go away. Keep playing hard. The Warriors keep playing hard. And it is good for Maddox Shelby. Pass into Seth Hudson. Rolls it in for two more. 52-41. Lead is now 11. Pierce behind the back. Looks for a man. Lets it fly. He comes in. Shoots the jumper. No good. Rebounded by Yeager. Yeager's pass. Given up ahead. He wants to get it back. Gives it to Seth. Seth is out of bounds. Going the other way. 2:23. I mean, this was 17, 19-point lead. Gunner with the ball taken there by Yeag, and it looked like it was a jump ball status, which would have been Weber Falls. He tries to go inside to Shelby. He's tripped from behind, and it wasn't any surprise there. They make the call. That will be Stryker as he charged with his fourth foul. Not in the 2-point bonus at this point. Every time they foul, it'll be a bonus for the Dragons. Coach Thomas wants them to run some clock. Well, there it is. Nothing but a free throw or a layup. Yeag puts up a trifecta, no good. Here comes Maddox. Maddox pass goes ahead to number 10, which is Heflin. Heflin saves it. Pass to Selby. Shelby's going to put up the shot. Gunner passes inside to Maddox. Maddox rebounds it. Blocks out, uses his body well. Over to Gunner for three. Misses. And it's Tony Yeager with the rebound. They're going to call the foul on Maddox. Number 1, Gunner Maddox. That's his third personal, but that's the 15th. I was going to send Yeg to the line to shoot a pair. Has a chance to add to his total. Has 10 on the night, has a chance for 11 here. Double digits this game for Stoney. Misses the free throw. This will be his 11th point if he can get it down. 1:32 to go in the game. Chance to put this up. And does. It's in. Swisher Sweet. 53-41. Pierce looks at it. Chappell passes inside to see, they call that foul on. They call foul on number 21, which is Stoney Yeager. His third, fourth team foul. That's going to put Maddox Shelby at the line to shoot a pair. Dragons lead by 12 with 1:19 to go. So we'll see. It's full enchilada. Last time out called. Dragons will try to find their way to get through this. Main things, take care of the basketball, and they're going to come fouling. Stop the clock. I think both teams have played hard, played well tonight. Fouls, been a lot of fouling here and there. Played a lot of young kids tonight, both teams, and it's good to see the kids grow. And the free throw shooting's been good at times for both teams, and then there's those times they can't buy one. But everything I look at is gravy for the Dragons because we're getting some valuable playing time for Stoney and for all these young freshmen that have had a chance to come in and play in varsity level and have a chance to excel. So, .12 lead. And yet another timeout has been called. The Dragons calling the timeout this time. Band continues to play. So the Dragons look like they're on their way to improving their record. They also had some bloodborne pathogens on the floor, cleaning those up. Timeout coming out of the timeout, so they're going to line them up. So it wasn't a shooting foul. So Maddox Shelby's shots that he has a chance to shoot that I was talking about goes moot. But he goes up, puts up a shot no good, gets his rebound with three around him. Shelby goes up again, spins, gets fouled this time. He's going to be called on Stoney Yeager, I believe, will be the culprit. 21, it is. Yeager, his fourth personal foul, 15th foul, puts Maddox Shelby to the line. Free throw up, no good. So on the floor for the Dragons, you have Taylor, Yeager, Wilson, and Hudson. Free throw missed, rebounded by Skelly Taylor. Pressure being applied. Wide open is Yeager under the basket. Yeager goes up. He's fouled and hammered there with 58 seconds left in the contest. And that's a foul on Maddox Shelby. That's his fifth. He gone. Maddox to the night, 5 fouls. 10 points on the night for Maddox Shelby as he fouls out. He's a good young kid, a good kid, junior. Their quarterback, he's amazing. Amazing athlete. Pretty good baseball player. Hate to see him foul out tonight. Stoney's first free throw up and in. Second free throw up and in. 13 for Yeager tonight. Inside to number 20. Little Shelby won't quit. Gunner Shelby. Ten on the night for Gunner. And a Dragons lead. 55-43, lead of 12. Last timeout called by Weber Falls. Playing Baby Shark. The band playing the Baby Shark. A fan favorite here in Dewar. Coach Ross's favorite song. Well, I think he calls it Baby Jake, ... Baby Jake, ... Anyway, that's a whole other story. More bloodborne pathogens on the floor. Coach Thomas goes to the court to wipe up whatever it is. Here comes the Jeopardy theme. That is a classic. Oh, I love our band. That about does it with the bloodborne pathogens. Coach Thomas goes and takes a seat. And with 45 seconds to go, the Dragons will inbound this one. Johnny Wilson inside to Skelly Taylor. Taylor has it. Back to Skelly. Give it to Skelly. Skelly backdoor to Stoney for two more. Yeg! Having a big night tonight. Pass goes out of bounds off the hands of number one, Shelby. And the Dragons get this back with 26.4. Up by 14. Here come the kids. Number 15, Preston Rowe. Number 12, Blake Rowe. Into the lineups for the Warriors. Dragons are going to bring it across the timeline and probably just stand and hold it. Nope, they come and attack. Oh, they come and attack. Oh, they pass it over. Dragons are going to go win this one and run their record to 8-4 on the year. Weber Falls Warriors will fall to 4-8. Foul is called there by Gunner Shelby, his fourth. And that's going to put Tanner at the line to shoot. First free throw up and in. 5 on the afternoon for Tanner. Free throw shooting's been better today. That's the upside for the Dragons today. 2 for 2 for the line for Tanner Wilson. Dragons up 59-43 on the go. Number 10 misses. Rebounded by Yeager and Hudson, and that's it. The Dragons win this one by a score of 59-43. Dragons win this and move to 8-4. You'll have to watch your schedule and watch your weather reports and stay on social media with all things Dewar Dragons and see where we play again next. It has been a dandy. Get the broom. We have a sweep. The Lady Dragons win. The Dragons win today against our opponents, the Weber Falls Warriors, who's had our number the last few times we played. We come home and pick up a couple of victories. I want to say a big thank you to Hayden Strange, my filmer and my engineer today. What a great job he's done. It's good having Hayden with us. No problems when he's here. Fine shout out to Michael Kendall for helping in all he does, Coach Bean, and all my staff here at Dewar Dragon TV. Dragons win this one 59-43. I've rounded third and headed for home. I'm Joe Fowler saying bye-bye and tell the folks hi.